Now it's time for Movie Friends with your hosts Michelle and Seth. We're talking film without pretension. We're finding cats that are unexpected. We'll watch a movie, film, or schmovie, and we want you to join our journey. So subscribe and share this podcast, or this might just be the last of the Movie Friends. We're movie friends. We want to be your movie friends.
Welcome to New Release Review, part of the Movie Friends podcast. My name is Seth. Today we are talking about Over Your Dead Body from 2026, directed by Jorma Taccone. We will be discussing spoilers throughout this whole film, and I gotta tell you, every episode I give a spoiler warning, and I hope that you all pay attention to that. But with this one, do not listen to this episode if you have not seen the movie. Don't watch a preview. I don't even know. I don't know what the previews reveal, but you gotta just go into this one with as little information as possible. Trust me. And then once you've done that, come back and listen to this episode. I have a returning guest for today. You may remember him from our episode on friendship from last year. It's returning guest, everyday funny man, John Butter. John, what's up?
Hello. So glad to be here. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this with me at 4:45 in the morning. It's the only time I was available. I'm slammed. Absolutely.
Yeah. A lot of over your dead body work on your schedule.
Yeah. I got errands.
Wow. Okay, so very quickly before we get into Over Your Dead Body, you and I talked about the film Friendship.
Yes.
The Paul, I want to say Paul Reiser, which I know is not true. Paul Rudd and Tim Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Just an incredible evil film.
Yes, it is a nightmare, but it's fun.
Right. And now here we are talking about another two people who are on a path to kill each other.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that you and I have a theme now
of
people pitted against each other, but in funny ways.
Mm-hmm. To be honest, I picked this movie because of the director, Jorma. He is part of The Lonely Island. He was on SNL. And that's kind of my theme that I'm trying to do.
Yes. Okay, so his name is Jorma? I said Jorma.
Oh, yeah, I didn't want to cut you off, but I think it's Jorma.
Please feel free to cut me off. Yes, I know you as an SNL guy, a student of comedy, a creator of comedy yourself. What is it about Jorma and The Lonely Island? What is it about them that kind of speaks to you?
Let's see. Well, the first year I started watching SNL on a weekly basis, that was season 31. That was their first year on the show. That was the year that Lazy Sunday aired. I mean, as a 12-year-old, it blew my mind. Like, I couldn't imagine something like this, like, airing on television. And I was just a fan after that. I've listened to all their albums, seen all the movies they've made. It's just a huge fan.
Yeah, I know Lazy Sunday. And if you're not familiar with the Lazy Sunday video, it's Adam Sandler and Chris Parnell.
Okay, so I'm going to cut you off again. That is Andy Samberg.
What did I say?
You said Adam Sandler.
I did? Oh my God. Okay. It's Andy Samberg and Chris Parnell. It's funny that I remembered Chris Parnell's name and not Andy Samberg. But you know what? Hey, that's not meant to be shade. Chris Parnell is hilarious.
Yes, it's Adam Sandler, Christopher Guest. It's
right.
Great duo.
Right. They're rapping about going to see Harry Potter.
Narnia.
No. Okay. So yeah, they're rapping about going to see Narnia, and this, Saturday Night Live had done pre-recorded sketches going back a while. You know,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not a historian. I can't tell you what the first one was, but
Mhm.
this, as the children say now, hit different.
Mhm.
And you would have thought that it was like the first pre-recorded online sketch. And, you know, it's often cited as like helping guide SNL into the more digital era, I
Oh yeah.
guess. Is that correct?
Oh yeah. It changed the game.
Are you a believer that the best Saturday Night Live days are behind us?
I don't know. It's a wave. It's a
Mm-hmm.
wave. There's good years, there's bad years. You know, I truly believe you know, your favorite era of SNL is whenever you were in high school.
Right.
So for me it was 34 through 37.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I remember watching when I was younger, and this was like pre Tina Fey, Amy Poehler,
Mhm.
but you know, with Will Ferrell, Anna Gasteyer,
Oh yeah.
and Rachel
Dratch.
Rachel Dratch, who I still think is one of the funniest performers on the planet. Rachel
Oh,
Dratch is like,
absolutely.
oh my god. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think Saturday Night Live is more about where you're at in life
Mhm.
than the show itself, because it's Saturday night. It's not a school night. It's, you know, so you can stay up later. Sometimes, you know, maybe depending on how you were raised, Saturday Night Live might be the first time in your life that you're allowed to stay up late to watch something, and you can't recreate that now as like, you know, a person in their late 30s, and you've
Mhm.
been scrolling your phone for the last few hours and you're like, let's throw on Saturday Night Live, and then a few sketches don't hit and you're like, this show sucks now.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
I'm so glad that you had interest in doing this movie for the show, because I probably would not have gone to see this. And that's not because I didn't have interest in it or I'm not interested in the people in it. It's just there's a lot of movies out right now, and I haven't been able to get to the theater for as many. So
Right.
this probably wouldn't have been a priority. And I'm here to say, again, if you didn't listen to my warning, shame on you. But this should be a bit of a priority for people. I,
Mhm.
you know, in the first 20-ish minutes, I thought I had an idea of what the movie was. I had absolutely no idea. So, first of all, thank you. And then, second, what was your general takeaway feeling of seeing the movie yesterday?
Gosh, I really enjoyed it. I was in a theater of maybe like 4 to 6 other people, and I could hear myself being the only person consistently laughing throughout.
Yeah, I had a somewhat similar experience actually. But I could hear other people laughing at different parts, but there were some jokes that no one was laughing at, and I was like, I don't care. I'm laughing. This is very funny.
It's like one in particular. Samara is confronting Jason. She's like, "What about those rocks you have in your boat?" And he goes,
Yes.
My boat rocks." Like it's a completely normal and innocent thing to have. Just those are just the rocks I have in my boat.
Mm-hmm. I wrote down my boat rocks. That did get a big laugh. That was maybe the first like really big laugh of the film. Everyone in the theater thought that was pretty good. So what did you know? Did you know like all of the layers to the movie going into it?
Well, yes. The movie is actually a remake of a movie that came out a few years ago called The Trip.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Norwegian film directed by Tommy Wirkola. I believe that's how you
Oh,
say it. And who's actually serves as a producer on this movie.
okay.
So I watched that a few months ago. So I went in pretty much knowing everything that was going to happen,
Got it. Okay.
like every plot beat, every death. But honestly, it didn't affect my enjoyment because they added a lot more. They added a lot of jokes, like for American audiences, because quite frankly, as an American, I cannot relate to anything else.
That's
So
right.
I really appreciated that.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, I saw in the opening credits that it was a remake, and I had I had no idea about that, and so I was like, I wonder, with remakes, it's like, do you watch the original first? Does it matter? I have such a neurotic way of watching. If someone says, oh, you got to watch Friday the 13th Part 6, that's the best one. Don't
It
even
is,
watch the
though.
other ones. Well, I can't remember
Jason
what new
Lives.
Jason Lives. They
That's
all
the one where
blur.
he canonically gets turned into a zombie.
Oh, okay.
So for
Well,
the rest of
that's
the rest of the series, he is a zombie. Like, he is unkillable. Like, not even gunshots will stop him. That's my favorite one.
I watched all of them in a short period of time because, people were saying, "Oh, Jason Takes Manhattan is so good." And I was like,
Mm,
"Well, I can't just jump into something." I guess is my point. And so if I had known that this was a remake, I probably would have
right,
watched the original first.
right,
But
right.
again, I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because first 20 or so minutes, I got what it was doing. He's so obviously establishing like an alibi, and
Oh yeah,
oh,
he's like doing such a bad job at it too. He's stumbling over his words. It's like, yeah, she's hiking this Saturday or
right,
Sunday, or it's gonna snow
yeah,
too.
right. And then he's like, I'm really glad that we're friends, because it's like you can tell this guy has no friend. Like, but when he tells the police, he has to be like, oh yeah, my friend blah 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 can corroborate or whatever. So I got what was happening, and then when Henry shows up, I was
Right.
like, oh, okay, because it was funny, it was interesting, but I was like, man, I don't know how they're gonna stretch out this premise
Mm-hmm.
for such a long time. Not that the movie is long. I mean,
Right.
what are we looking at here?
It's about an hour
100,
45.
105 minutes. Yeah, it's good. When he showed up, I was like, okay, now this is more interesting. And then when they kill him, I was like, oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, how are they going to get out of this? And then when 3 people fall out of their attic, I was like, wow, 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 wow. So this is a really stupid question to ask, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that this movie is more of a comedy? Are the intense parts kind of overriding the Does that, make it more of a 50-50 film for you? How would you categorize this film?
I would say first and foremost, it's a comedy. I would call it a dark comedy. Not as dark as the original.
So was the original film like not a comedy?
It was still a little funny. Just wasn't as like fast paced or quirky as
Mm-hmm.
this movie. So this one was written by Nick Kocher and Brian McElhenney, who actually just wrote and directed Pizza Movie, which came out earlier this month.
Oh, okay. All right. I, and did you see that?
Oh yeah, I watched that. It was honestly really good, and I could see the similarities, how they work in setting things up and paying them off. They are really good at that.
Okay, all right. I'm going to stop you there, because there's something that is said in the film, and I was like, this has got to come back. And
Mhm.
I don't know if I missed it. At one point when the news is on, they talk about a raccoon that has been
Oh
standing on
yeah,
cars. Does that come back?
I no, it does not. I noticed that too. I was hoping for something. But I'm thinking maybe it's in the director's cut. I don't know.
Right, right. They the first time we see the news, they mentioned that a prison guard is on the run
Oh
with 2 inmates. And
yes.
I thought to myself, I was like, oh, that's weird. Why did they
Hmm.
tell us about that? And then when we see later on that they're saying, okay, look, we're establishing stuff in the news that will pay off later. So was that just a
Hmm.
joke on us? Like, people who are now we're paying attention. Now we're expecting things to pay off, and we're waiting for a raccoon on a car.
Yeah. It's like jazz. It's the setups they don't pay off.
Right. Yeah, I was like, okay, maybe they'll be like breaking the news story, but then they'll interrupt it to be like, oh, the raccoon was seen again. Like I said, I was very surprised. Do you like when movies do this thing of like showing you something and then cut to here's what actually happened? You know, that Ocean's 11, like we're gonna show you the heist, but then we're gonna go back in time and show you the heist from their perspective and how it actually all worked.
I like that sometimes. I'm trying to think of any other time I've seen that before. The Suicide Squad. That's a good example. I really like that the James Gunn one.
Okay. All right. I was like plumbing the depths of my brain to remember anything about the other Suicide Squad, and I was like, oh no, I don't remember.
I just had to panic. I was like, no, good one.
Yes. I like James Gunn's Suicide Squad. It was fun.
Yeah, I like that. It was like 2 days earlier or 10 minutes earlier, stuff like that.
Right. Here it's used obviously to tell the story in a way that has twists and turns.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it all paid off just for one joke towards the end, which is when the dad's neighbor calls him and he's got like the old Rolodex and it's this old person. And if you've never talked to an old person on the phone, occasionally, they can take a long time to get to the point. And so we do that cut to it's like 3 minutes later and nothing has changed. I thought that was one of my favorite jokes.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
Okay. I want to ask you about Samara Weaving.
Yes.
Are you familiar with her work? And if so, how'd you feel about her here?
See, vaguely, of course. I fell in love with her in 2019's Ready or Not, and just a powerhouse performance. Not a fan of the sequel. I don't hate it, but it's just like I think I hit my limit with the series. But she's great. She's a great actress.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen Ready or Not, which I know that I probably should. A lot of people really love that one. I know her mostly from Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Oh, I haven't seen any Bill and Ted movie.
What? Wow. I feel like that would be right up your alley. That's surprising.
Okay, I gotta add that to my watch list then.
Bill and Ted is one of my favorite pitch meetings to imagine. Because it's like, okay, here's the movie. 2 idiots who play guitar have to finish their history project. And so people from the future give them a time machine, not to study, but to go back in time and kidnap characters from history to help them finish their history project. Because if they fail it, the whole future utopian society will crumble. Like it's a movie that I think might be more fun in premise than execution, but it's still a fun movie.
Okay. Yeah. I gotta check that
and
out.
You get
you
get a really great young Keanu, young Alex Winters. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, so I'm really not too familiar with her in any type of like lead starring role. I mean, I've seen her in Babylon, 3 Billboards, Scream, but I mean, she's just in the opening of Scream 6.
Oh yeah.
So I really liked her. I really liked her here. I like that she used her real accent and how it's described as like evil. British mixed with evil.
I like how Jason Segel like mimicked her.
And I was wondering, I was like, I think she wields rifles or shotguns in the other film.
Yes.
So she's definitely not being typecast here, but you know, they know that she's able to do this gun wielding stuff. But yeah, I liked her. I thought she was a good um, foil to Jason Segel.
Mm-hmm.
I kept finding myself. I was like, I don't really root for him. This dude's about to kill his wife because she cheated on him. Like this dude's like a psycho. Where with her, I was like, yeah, I guess I understand killing Jason Segel because you find him annoying. Is that like an unfair bias that I'm siding with her for doing the same thing?
I think she has a slightly better reason because he was like director. He just at some point he just started on a downward slope, and then like the first scene we see him in, he's directing like a mobile ad.
Oh man, that ad was so realistically bad that I did question I was like, I think this is part of the movie, but I was like, this might actually be a cell phone commercial. Yeah, he deserves to die just for that commercial alone. Who knows what else he's
Oh yeah,
directed?
yeah, like betting ads.
Right.
I made money last night. Last night's episode of The Bachelor.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's all because of scambets.net, the app.
Oh, I thought you were being serious.
I thought you were yes-anding me. Okay.
Wow, John Butter, big online gambling guy.
Guaranteed to win money on your first bet, and then your second
Right.
guaranteed to lose all your savings for the next couple weeks.
The online betting thing, I don't understand it. It seems like so easily manipulatable, and there's been multiple stories about how people have manipulated actual events.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't approve.
Mm-hmm.
Gambling always freaks me out because it's like I worked for my money.
Oh yeah,
and
exactly.
then I lost it all.
Maybe I've seen one too many episodes of a show where someone goes to Vegas and blows all their money to know
right
to think that this will work for me.
Right. And then like, sports betting, like if you talk to sports betting guys, they're like, oh no. Of course I know. It's a sure thing. And then it's like, yeah, but have you ever watched sports? Like weird things happen all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a bet. There's still a bet there. So even if you're knowledgeable about something, betting is not for me. So yes, I'm going to imagine now that this character did do a lot of online betting commercials, and Samara Weaving was like, I'm going to kill this guy. Opposite Weaving, we have Jason Segel.
Yes.
What is your, before we get into this movie, what is your Jason Segel history?
Let's see. Well, obviously he's one of the staple Apatow guys. Forgetting Sir Marshall, Knocked Up. Let's see, I just watched I Love You Man this year.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I like that one. That was pretty good.
I thought I knew what the character kind of would be,
Mm-hmm.
And then as I watched it, I was like, oh, this is actually more complex and a little darker. And yeah, I really liked it. I did an episode for our Patreon on that. And the guy that I watched it with used to buy copies of I Love You Man to give to people.
Ooh.
Like he would just have them and he would gift it to people to be like, you need to watch this movie. Isn't that amazing?
That's incredible.
Like, not like, oh, I keep spare copies of 2001: A Space Odyssey on me, just in case someone hasn't seen it. It's like one of the greatest films ever. Like I think he said he gave out like over 30 copies of I Love You Man to, yes. And like, it might sound like I'm joking and like making fun of him. I'm not. Genuinely, I was like, this is one of the coolest things I've ever heard.
Yeah, I wish I could do that with Barb and Star Go to Visit Del Mar.
Oh my goodness, John! If we ever do an episode on that, I gotta have you on. If you're listening to this and you enjoyed Over Your Dead Body, you need to watch Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar. Just one of the most incredible. If you like absurd humor, it's like a buffet. Like there's just so much happening. High production value and budget for an absurd comedy. You don't normally see that, you know. They really threw a lot of value at that movie. And then, yeah, one of my favorite. Oh my God.
It's the best.
Okay, but
yes,
Jason Segel. I go back to 1999 and the television show Freaks and Geeks.
Yes.
Which we watched as a family as it was airing on air. Yeah, I'm very old. I was about 10, I think 10 or 11-ish, that age range. And kind of like you mentioned with Lonely Island and Lazy Sunday, watching it and just being like, I can't believe that something like this is on TV. That's what it was like watching Freaks and Geeks for us. It was like, these people talk like real people. These people are like us, you know. Before that, it was like Full House. I mean, there were other alternative shows. My So-Called Life obviously predates Freaks and Geeks, and that was very grounded and realistic. But Nick on Freaks and Geeks, played by Jason Segel, it's still how I see him whenever I see, and I hate Nick. But so how'd you feel about him in this?
No, he was great. It's like he never left Hollywood. Because I remember there's a brief pause where like he just wasn't in movies anymore. I think it was after like Sex Tape.
Yes, that makes sense. Yep.
He
does a few things here and there, but it did seem like when that era of, you know, the Apatow kind of, you know, grounded but really pushing the envelope of like irreverent comedies with a lot of dudes in them. It does seem like some of his stuff slowed down a little bit. But here he is doing stuff with his eyes that was freaking me out.
Oh my God, yes. Especially it was like, because I did the research, because I am considerate.
Yes. Prior to that, prior to that scene where he's, you know, tied up at the table, we don't side with him because, you know, it's like, look at Samara Weaving. She's a lovely person. She's funny. We don't want her to die. So we see him as, you know, sinister, but maybe still like a little funny. And then it's at that scene where the jig is up. We're not really laughing too much anymore. That you're like, this dude is a psychopath. Like he's actually insane. And like I really give it to Segel and Jorma for being able to pull out moments of like actual like terror, I would say. And Segel here, like, yeah, like his eyeballs are just like fully out. He's barely blinking. I don't want to say scary in that like, oh, I was scared, but it's intense. It's very, very intense.
Oh yeah. Gosh, I'm just thinking of something else. When he woke up, he had accused Samara of peeing on him, which I feel like is a like a callback to something that happened in Pop Star when Andy wakes up. He goes, "Which one of y'all peed on me?"
Right.
So I like that connection.
The movie has a lot of twists and turns. Like we do learn that I shouldn't keep calling them by their actor names.
Right. It's Dan and Lisa, I believe, is their names. And then in the original, it was Lars and Lisa. So like they only changed Lars.
Interesting. I mean, he could be a Lars. I think that there are American Larses, right? Lars Ulrich, he's a Lars, right?
Right, I guess. Just thinking about that one scene in Heavyweights. It's like, what kind of name is Lars? Yes. Where are you from?
Right.
Far away.
Yeah. Another Judd Apatow, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, connection. So we learned that Lisa cheated on Dan. right? Which in film is the worst possible thing that a woman can do. There's so many movies where it's like, there will be trouble in a relationship, and it's like they'll really like hold, will she cheat on him over, and oftentimes if it's a happy ending, it's like every bad thing happened in this movie, but no, I did not actually cheat on you, therefore I am still redeemable. It's absurd. It's insane. And a lot of times what kicks off a story is learning that someone cheated on you, and it's like that character might as well be written out of the film. And I'm not saying this as like I believe this, but if you pay attention, a woman cheating, oftentimes that's the final nail for that character.
Ooh, yeah.
So we learn that, and I don't want to jump all the way. I guess I will jump to ask you this question. How do you feel about them ending up together in the end?
Honestly, I kind of like it. I think the main problem they had was a lack of communication. Like, you saw them, they're going to bed, they're listening to different things, they're not talking to each other.
That was rough.
But once we get into the final third, they're actually forced to have these heart-to-hearts because they don't have anything else to do. They have to just talk.
I don't want to be that friend that's too woke, you know? And be like, they shouldn't end up together because it's a movie. You know what I mean? At one point, Jason Segel's hand is stabbed with like a 2-inch pole. Ugh. That dude would be dead. But so yeah, there are major aspects of this that like we can't hold to reality. But it ending in such a happy, fun way, I was like, I don't know that this communicates the right thing. I don't think that you should stay with your spouse if you found out that they plotted your murder. But you know what? Hey, that's Hollywood, baby.
I've seen wilder things happen between relationships this year. Have you seen the drama?
Yeah. I have, yes. Yep.
Love prevails.
I liked the drama. I thought, well, spoilers for the drama, but I won't go into it. My wife and I thought that his thing was kind of worse than her thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were like, her thing just existed in her mind.
Oh, exactly.
He really did something to someone. So I want to talk about Henry.
Yes. Let's see, the Jason's friend, right?
Yes.
Yes, yep. Henry.
Jake Curran. He's been in some pretty big films. I loved him in this. I thought he was very funny. I thought he did kind of like creepy, pathetic very well. I did not foresee him being blown to bits. What did you think about Henry?
Oh, yeah, he was pretty good. I think that character, not the actor, because the actor did a very good job. I think the character was kind of like almost like a weak spot in the movie for me. It wasn't like the most gripping part of the story, because there's like, I seen the movie in like chapters. That was probably the weakest chapter for me. But once the inmates fall from the ceiling, that's when things pick up a lot faster.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I thought it was good because they use him for at least one reveal, which is, she's insured for $100,000. And then it turns out, she's actually insured for $1 million. And, it's said a lot that like in marriages, maybe the number one thing that people argue about or feel stressed about is money. Either the lack of money or having too much money.
Right.
Because, rich and famous people still get divorced and still have problems and still argue. So it seems like no matter what, you're going to argue about money, It's like, well, anyway, I was going to say, if Jeff Bezos could get divorced, but then I thought about it. I was like, yeah, actually, that makes total sense. But no, I agree with you. Like, I think when they come down, I don't want to say it's when the movie starts, because there's plenty of funny stuff before that, but that's when it really kicks into high gear. Juliette Lewis
Ooh, yeah.
blew me away in this movie. Like, and not that I went into it with like a negative Juliette Lewis mindset. I really liked Juliette Lewis. You know, I grew up in the 90s, and Juliette Lewis was like, she was, you know, What's Eating Gilbert Grape, From Dusk Till Dawn, Cape Fear, Natural Born Killers. And then, you know, later on in my life, Whip It, Old School, even Due Date, which I kind of thought was funny. And that movie has completely ceased to exist, I feel. But yeah, like Juliette Lewis, she really, really blew me away in this. How did you feel about her?
Oh, yeah. I'm not super familiar with her work, but I agree. She did a great job. Amazing.
When she was like trying to hold her foot together.
Oh, yeah. That was maybe the one time I had a hard time looking at the screen.
I had a really hard time looking at that. Like, because I kept thinking, like, okay, this will go away. Nope, we're still focusing.
No, it just keeps on going.
But, you know, hey, if you pay for a good prosthetic like that, you
gotta get your money's worth.
Right. Okay, so Juliette Lewis, you know, she is a prison guard who has fallen in love with one or two convicts, at least one of them.
Yes, Timothy
It was
Oliphant.
kind of unclear, yeah, about like the threesome that they had going on. Did they need the other guy to escape? Were they cellmates? Like that was a little fuzzy to me, because I kind of thought she was just in love with both of them, and then it really appears to be her and Timothy Oliphant.
Right. Well, I can imagine Todd might have been like the muscle or something. Then Timothy's the brains, and then Juliette is the inside man.
Right. As she says later, you know, the car that helped them out, that helped them get out, and then you're just going to abandon the car. And I was like, Timothy, how are you not grasping what she's saying to you right now? There is a scene in this movie that felt like the most stressful, horrifying thing I've ever seen in my life. They take them, they're in the basement, and Juliette Lewis takes over negotiations for getting money from these people.
Oh, yeah.
Which I always think it's crazy in movies when people are like, give us your money. And they're like, we don't have any money. Like, if this were real life and you had a husband and wife like tied up and you're like, give us your money. And they're like, we don't have any money. You'd be like, yeah, probably. Actually, I think most Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. So, but anyway, she takes over negotiations and she just relates this horrible story thing that's like straight out of HBO's Oz. And you kind of are like, okay, this will get funny. Maybe this will get funny. And it does not. And I feel like this was the first really, really big tonal shift in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
That's not just a moment, but like it's a sequence. Like we're in this idea for what, maybe not that long, but it felt like 10 minutes. I was like, oh my God. So how did you take this pivot?
Yeah, I was thinking the movie very, very faithfully adapts the script of the original, The Trip, almost to a fault, I would say. Because I would say I would maybe find a way to not make that part so intense.
You know, we like people for the talent that we know that they have.
Yes.
but it's always nice to see like, oh, this person can do this other thing too.
Mm-hmm.
And so for Jorma, who, you know, his other films,
Mm-hmm.
we've got Popstar,
Yes.
we've got MacGruber.
Yes. And I love that they have from the director of MacGruber in the trailer.
I didn't watch anything for this because I kind of was like, you know, I think that I will, you know, check this out eventually. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, MacGruber, it's great. It's great. Popstar, I don't want to break your heart, John Butter.
Mm-hmm.
I did not love Popstar.
Oh.
Whenever we went to the other member who was doing like woodworking,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I know that
Kiva.
this. Yeah, I was like, I know that this is really funny. I just don't get it. I
Mm.
don't understand what's supposed to be. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so we like him for the funny stuff, but the fact that they were able to pull off some of these moments and then go back into really silly humor,
Right.
I was very impressed, like really, really impressed. Because
yeah.
I kind of thought, oh, is the rest of the movie gonna be like this dark, evil thing now? And it's not.
Oh yeah, I thought he did a great job with the dramatic parts. It was really good.
So Keith Jardine plays Todd.
Oh yeah.
Todd is, like you said, he's more the muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Later on, he becomes a Jason Voorhees-esque unstoppable force.
Yeah. Gets stabbed like 5 times. Once in the head.
When Samara Weaving was carrying over the whole knife block, I laughed at that.
Oh, that was really good.
Yeah, he's Todd. He's got a whole Harry Potter thing going.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to play charades.
Oh, I love that part of just like just tapping on her nose.
Right. Now I forget, what does tapping on your nose mean?
Something like you got it or something like that.
You got it, right? Yeah. And then ear sounds like, see, like I don't know how to play charades.
Mm-hmm.
I'm laughing at Todd. I would be in the same boat. But
I like that even
overall,
that is a foreshadowing because Timothy Olyphant gets his nose bitten off.
Very good. I didn't think.
I just thought of that too.
I would like to watch this again to see, because there's little things that seem very inconsequential, you know, picking up the cornflake off of the ground and being like, oh, the mice, ugh.
Oh yeah.
And then we see where the cornflakes come from later on, and
yeah,
I'm sure there's more stuff that we would piece together.
Oh yeah, like I noticed this one shot of Samara in the kitchen. The knife block is in the center, and I could see that there was a knife missing.
Right. So yeah, Todd is fun, but I feel that there's not a lot to him, like with Juliette Lewis and Timothy Olyphant. So Timothy Olyphant plays Pete.
Mm-hmm.
He is, like you said, kind of the ringleader, the one that the other two are taking orders from and kind of following his lead. I don't know that Timothy Olyphant would escape prison with this like runway ready hair that he has in this movie. That was kind of the only thing where I was like, I'm not buying this.
Yeah, I cannot suspend my disbelief.
Right. I mean, yeah, and maybe Oliphant was just like, look, it took me a long time to get this haircut that I like. I'm not going back on it. But yeah, he's great, and we've seen Oliphant be funny, we've seen him be serious, and I feel like he brings the right exact feeling to his character, just like Juliette Lewis does, where they're really oscillating between absurd humor and then like bone-chilling monologues.
Yeah, the way he talks about like, oh, what it really feels like to kill somebody.
Yikes. There is a scene there's a lot of stuff that kind of made my jaw drop. I mean, just punching Samara Weaving several times, I was like, she's a lady. You can't do that.
She gets hit in the head with a hammer.
Oh. Hammer. That's true, actually. She would maybe be dead from that.
Right.
As would Jason Segel several times.
Right. If you're hit in the head hard enough to pass out, you have brain damage.
Right. Yeah, when he hits Todd with the billiard ball, yeah, you're probably not waking up.
Yeah, the only movie I've seen that actually follows through on that is Caught Stealing last year.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that.
Okay. The spoiler alert, someone gets hit on the head really badly at least 2 times, and then they just sort of fall asleep and die later on in the movie.
Guns are never accurate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in movies, people are always just shooting off a gun and then talking to each other at a low volume like this. If you fire a rifle near your head without ear protection, you're going to have a really bad couple of hours after that.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, shooting willy-nilly and then, you know, be like, I missed. And the other person's like, yeah, you did. You wouldn't hear anything. Oliphant. Okay, there's a scene in this where Oliphant starts the lawnmower and then begins pushing Jason Segel into it.
Yes.
And I was like, I mean, he's not going to die in the lawnmower. And then he gets his fingers cut off. And I was like, oh my God. And then when his dad shows up, he gets pushed into the lawnmower. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How did you feel about this dad character?
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good character. Again, I saw the original. I knew that was going to happen. But I love that they added the twist of he shows up in a car just like blasting like deep club tracks.
Now, I watched the credits, and that song that plays says that it features Karen Gillan.
Oh, yes. Gosh, I was just listening to the Lonely Island and Seth Meyers podcast. They were talking about making this movie, and she's a producer on the movie. So,
oh, very good. Okay, all right. So I guess she hopped on. She was like, "I'll hop in and do a voice on this track."
it's like, yeah, what do you think? Yeah.
I love Karen Gillan. I love her so much. Have you seen the film that she did, Duel?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I went to like AMC way out of my way for that one.
Really?
Yeah, it's a Riley Stearns movie.
Yep, Riley Stearns, Duel.
He's good.
Fantastic. That's one of the films that deals with the idea of killing yourself, essentially, but in a way that I think is a little easier to stomach and kind of gives you an outside perspective on, not that the movie is fully about suicide, but just that idea. Like, what does it mean to kill yourself? What does it mean to like willingly terminate a life that is yours? You know, I mean, obviously these are two different people, but very refreshing and interesting look. And unfortunately, another film that I feel is just forgotten. You know,
I know it's like what does it really mean to be alive? Is your life something really worth fighting for? Something like that.
Yeah, and again, when you're fighting yourself, you know, it's not like, oh, I have to survive. You know, I gotta make it through this dungeon with drag. It's like, oh no, my mortal enemy is myself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If anyone out there has not seen the film Duel, I very, very highly recommend checking it out. Everyone's talking about Michael B. Jordan playing twins in Sinners, but no one is talking about Karen Gillan playing clones that must kill each other in Duel. I did feel bad, and I know it's supposed to just be jokes, but I felt bad. I think his name was Kevin, the orderly at the dad's nursing home.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Poor guy.
Verbally abused, physically abused, has his car stolen.
Mm-hmm. And then the car is crashed.
And then the car, I did think that was very funny. Like, the movie takes a position of like boomer humor and like, your generation sucks. And then you have this dad who like goes full, Arnold Schwarzenegger commando, gets there, actually beats up the bad guys. And then they go to escape in the car and they can't drive it further than like 15 feet without crashing because they don't know how to drive a stick shift.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, the old man was right. He did need a fight.
Jason, we hate it when the old men are right.
So unfortunately, he had a point. Jason did need, in fact, had to fight. He had to fight to save his marriage.
Right. Yeah, all of that stuff, like the realizations that they come to of like, oh, I wanted you to fight for me. And I kind of was like, okay. But like, just talk to each other instead of, cheating on each other and then planning to kill each other.
Right.
It's so much easier. Okay. They escape. It's crazy bloody. The boat rocks do come back into play. And then we get what happens next, which is obviously that they're covered in the news. They're going to make a movie about their lives. We get what I thought the funniest joke of the movie, and I was the only one laughing in my theater, but I was like dying from this. They go on, Bravo TV with that guy, Andy.
Yeah, Andy Cohen.
And they're like, we're going to make a movie about it. And he says, it's streaming, right? And they go, yeah, it's streaming. But it's just as good.
I was like, better even.
And I thought that alone was funny. But then they cut to the actual movie that they're making. And it looks like the most streaming movie ever made. I couldn't believe it. Like, that they have this kind of a joke that you think is kind of like a throwaway joke, but then they follow it through on like just the worst looking and the rest of the film is shot very well.
Yes.
When they switch to the streaming look, it looks thick, like it's as if everything is smeared with syrup.
Yeah.
And then we get the reveal that Kumail Nanjiani is playing Jason Segel, which also I was like, that would also maybe happen.
Yeah. Yeah, that tracks.
Oh man,
great cameo. Love him.
Very good. I mean, he's also very funny. Yeah, it's great. And then it just ends, and I guess we're led to believe that the answer to all of your problems is just making a movie with your wife.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
So that's my advice to everyone out there. If you're having marriage troubles, cast Kumail to be you in a movie, and everything will work out.
Yeah, it's very similar to Sentimental Value. If you're having family troubles, just make a movie with your daughter that you haven't seen in years.
Yeah, in this, she's like, you could have cast me in your movie. You could have done that. And I was like, I mean, I guess. Yeah, but I kind of wanted to see what this project was that he made. Because I'm guessing it didn't do well if that was the only one he ever made. But anyway.
I just want to point out that early on, they're playing a game of Scrabble. And, and Jason very annoyingly plays a 3-letter word, Zek. And I looked it up. It's an inmate of a forced labor camp.
Whoa. Wow. A little bit of even deeper foreshadowing there. Okay, well now I have to look up QIN. which is
Oh,
another
yeah.
word that he played. I guess it's a zither.
Hmm?
It's also a Chinese dynasty. All
Oh.
right, maybe that one doesn't work as well. There was another joke that really got me was when Jason or Dan on the boat says, "Get away from my wife," and then just starts vomiting. And every time you think he's done, he comes back up and then vomits some more. That I thought was
Yeah.
perfect. Like very, very, very perfect.
Yes. So I could...
Also, I know Jorma didn't direct this, but in Hot Rod, we also get a big fight with an old man. And I was like, I think that they think old men fighting is very funny. And they're right.
Yeah, and I just like to point out one more thing I thought was really funny is Samara Weaving trying to throw a knife at Jason and it just hits a lighting fixture.
Yeah.
just throws it too high.
I always think about that with throwing knives. You know, people always make throwing knives look so easy, but what if you threw it like, because you always throw a knife and the blade goes straight in. But what if just the handle hit you? Don't you think that should happen more in movies?
Oh yeah, I think I've seen a movie where I'm trying to remember. There's definitely a movie where someone just gets hit with the butt of the knife. I totally forgot which one.
I mean, you would think it'd be a 50-50 chance. And yet we never see it. Last joke that I wrote down that really had me laughing was when Todd is going to kill Lisa and she reveals that she's pregnant and he's like, eh. And then she's like, no, it's not his. I cheated on him. And Todd goes, as if Todd is like in the audience with us, gasping at every little detail of you know, all of the reveals. I thought that was also very fun, which of course turns out not to be true and proves that she really is a good actress.
Right. And also, by the way, if you remember, she literally enters the cabin saying, "It's wine o'clock, motherfucker." Right. I guess they forgot that. She was that good at selling it.
Right. That also, that was a fun little, because she says that and then she's like, I have fun. What? Oh my gosh. All right. You got anything else?
No, I think that's it. That's all. I really liked it.
Yeah, I really liked it too. I wouldn't call this, everything nowadays has to be the best or the worst. To me, this was a fun movie. I would rewatch this movie. I would recommend this movie. It's great to see, like you said, Jason Segel. You know, he's here. He's doing something interesting. The movie, I think, is a good example of how to balance wild tonal shifts.
Oh yeah.
And it's fun. And like the movie says, you know, it's not a streaming movie, so
yes,
that's worth it.
Yes, so you should go see it, and you should support the director. After all, he did fall off a ladder last year.
He did?
Oh yeah. It was actually really bad. He shattered his pelvis. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I had to find that out from listening to the podcast where he was recording from the hospital. I was like, Jorma, take a break.
Whoa. So did he do that after directing this or before?
Yeah, that was after. That was like around August, September of last year.
Wow.
So if you want to support Jorma and pay off his medical bills, please go see this movie.
Okay. All right. I have a newfound sense of responsibility for helping this film. Hey, if you have a newfound sense of responsibility for helping this show, we'd love it if you give us a rating and a review wherever you're listening. You know, folks, you are going to tap so many things today. Okay? You're going to tap a lot more things if you happen to be some type of ASMR food reviewer Instagram influencer. What's with the tapping, folks? Can we stop? Do you have to tap a can before you open it? Do you have to tap the tub of butter before spreading it? Let's stop with the tapping. Well, actually, wait. Let's not stop all the way with the tapping. because you can tap into whatever podcast player you're listening to. Rate us a couple of stars. Do they go up to 5? You can do that. You could leave us a review. You can leave us a comment on some players. All of those things really, really help. Folks, we live in a hellish robot run world. Okay? We lost. I hate to tell you, we lost. Movie Friends lost. The robots dictate how well we do. And the only way that they will help our show be shown to other people is if you do a little tapping, rate the show, comment on the episode. Dare I say, share it with a friend? You know, maybe you have an alt account. You can just send it to yourself. Okay? You don't even need to have that awkward moment with another human being where you say, I thought of you. And then they listen to this and they think it sucks and they say, I wish you hadn't. Anyway, please leave us a rating and review wherever you're listening. You can also send us an email, moviefriendspodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what you thought about Over Your Dead Body, falling off of ladders. You ever know someone who got their hand cut off by a lawnmower? Let us know. Don't send pictures, though. I don't want to see that. You can also support the show, patreon.com/moviefriendspodcast. Look, folks, enough, okay? Enough. It's 2026, okay? Maybe you could get through 2025 and 2024 without supporting a local, that's right, local, wherever you live, we are local to you. A local independent podcast. But that time is over, quite frankly, okay? You are going to go to Thanksgiving dinner this year, and they're going to go around the table, and they're all going to name what independent podcasts they support financially. And you're going to look down at your feet and say, oh, well, I do subscribe to help blank check. And your mom is going to throw the gravy boat at you and say, they don't need your support. They got like 1 million subscribers. And you're going to say, oh, but, So, folks, this year, have a real answer, okay? That's right. Movie Friends Podcast on Patreon. You sign up, okay? You get access to all of our additional episodes, our Patreon-only Discord. You get to vote on upcoming episodes and monthly themes, ad-free episodes, all that stuff. And you get to go to bed at night knowing that you really did something with your day, okay? That's it. Those are my commercials that are designed to make you feel alienated and bad about yourself. John, where can people find you online?
Well, I am on Twitter at @TheJohnButter, JONBUTTER. I'm also on Letterboxd at John Butter. And I am other places, but those are secrets.
John will only reveal the tier 1 public places that you can find him. You have to start there. And then after following him on those places, the other ones will be revealed to you.
You got to solve the clues.
Right.
All my tweets and posts are full of clues.
That's actually a really funny idea, to have a social media presence that's only accessible through like tricks and like solving clues and stuff like that. Yeah. Well, anyway, hey, again, thank you so much for coming on to do this with me. This was a great movie.
Absolutely. Love it. Love doing this with you.
All right. Hey, and thank you very much for listening. Till next time, have a good one.
Movie Friends is produced by Seth Vargas and Michelle Rubenstein. Theme music by Jean Marie Vargas. Visit us at our website, moviefriendspodcast.com, and please subscribe and rate our show wherever you are listening. You can support Movie Friends at patreon.com/moviefriendspodcast. Thanks for listening.